At the 12.
On first down, here comes this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He leaves it with his back. Determined run, but he's stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
They'll try the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team. We're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball in midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. In the gun end, looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Well, this offense knew coming into the game with all the rain, they had to be able to run the football and be physical, but when they throw it, they're just going to have to be a lot more precise. Ball's going to be slippery for the QB, and receivers, they need to do a better job not slipping out of their breaks. As a result, they throw a pick. Bad execution.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's long. At the 20, he's got space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touch pass on the run. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speed sort of in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Aggies.
Touchdown, Texas A&M.
They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these, a big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 7, USC 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll go to the ground. The Trojans have a first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Give to the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front in this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock, so good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the first down.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a tight one so far in Columbus. They're up by 11 over Air Force. We've got our eye on this one and everything else. Throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
To the ground. He's got it again. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. Pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, your quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it. You've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way, find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands, and the QB couldn't get it done.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Quarterback will audible. On second down, wants to throw it. He's right on target. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with his target.
And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Thompson. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little watermelons, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that pass is intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. A unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's long. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
To the wideout. Timeout, Texas A&M.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll throw it on first down. Gonna take a shot. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Taking it the other way. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Texas A&M 7, USC 3.
The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Texas A&M offense will take over. First and 10.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on it just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense continues to have a great game. Both defenses have played well. These offenses are going to have to change something up, protect their quarterbacks a little bit.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds a man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Monroe.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
The Aggies are on the move. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball. But that time, there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go. And as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
With the carry.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Aggies! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what?
Looking deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
A 1st down for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
On second down, looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down.
The end of the third quarter with the score: Texas A&M 14, USC 3.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Pulls and fired complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. Past the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds his big tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Steps away to find some room. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You got these defenders, they are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To give to the big fullback. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball. There is no juke button. There is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that first down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They run the reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball with some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
USC 3.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Comes out throwing on first down. Extending the play. Fires on the move. And his fifth interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Got it in the middle. It's Gentry. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. They'll go to the air. Scrambling away. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation, drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense hangs up big. Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He'll try to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggie.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Looking for the end zone. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things
going deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Fires and picked off. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Texas A&M going up tempo. The play action fake. He's got it on the move. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? He'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the has ensued.
Some would say running the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.